It's not going to happen.
It's a new era, yes, I come alive. Fuck. You woke up the dragon.
You can't outrun
I run from mine.
who you really are.
Hey guys, Smiling Reviewer here, and today we are going to talk about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. But first things first, welcome back everyone. It's been a hot minute since I've released a review because I've been deprived of my precious cinema time with the whole COVID lockdown and whatnot, which was very annoying but also very necessary. In saying that though, I am over the moon that restrictions are finally lifting, and my god, I've been to the cinemas, no joke, like at least 5 times this past week or so, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about all the movies I saw. And how fitting that the first movie back is one I've been super excited for, and the wait for this movie has genuinely been killing me. It's Marvel's first leading Asian superhero, and it's also just a big step towards proper representation of Asian culture in mainstream Hollywood, which is just really awesome. Especially having grown up watching a lot of Hong Kong cinema, it was really amazing seeing all this inspiration drawn from Chinese cinema and even just some of the representations of Chinese culture and mythology, but in a massive Marvel movie. It was just everything I never knew I wanted until I watched it. But I'm getting a bit carried away, so let's get back on track. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is directed by Destin Creden and is the newest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The story follows our titular character of Shang-Chi having to confront his dark past that he tried to escape when his father, fearsome warlord and leader of the mysterious Ten Rings organization, enters his life again. I was a bit apprehensive entering this movie, to be honest, even though I was super excited, because I really didn't want this movie to be bad. Like, the first leading Asian superhero in a big Marvel blockbuster. It's just something I never would have expected, and like, how am I not going to be insanely excited for that? But in saying that as well, I feel like especially with the recent Black Widow movie, I thought I might have been getting a bit tired of the old Marvel formula, and I was really hoping Shang-Chi wasn't going to be another generic origin story that we've seen before. And man, am I glad to say that all my worries flew straight out the window throughout the duration of this movie. And I had an absolute blast, and god damn it, Kevin Feige, you've still got me in your grips. Let's start with the story and the acting. The story I thought was really great. I loved how they told the story with giving us periodic glimpses to the past throughout the movie that slowly unraveled these characters to the audience and helped us understand them. I thought the way that those scenes were all just edited together, it worked really well. The movie was really well paced. Shang-Chi is played by Simu Liu, and my god, this man, who mind you has never had a leading role or even a small role in a movie before, but has done some TV work, went from tweeting Marvel asking to talk about playing Shang-Chi to now playing this lead character in one of the biggest movies of the year. That's like literally an origin story in of itself. But I honestly thought he did a really good job at not only selling this character, but man, you can tell this guy really put in the effort with all the fight scenes and the action, and he knows what he's doing. In saying that, I don't think he gave like a revolutionary performance, but I'm super excited to see him grow more into this role. There's just so many good things that this movie built on other than just the lead character, which I really appreciated. I also really enjoyed Awkwafina as Katie. She did a great job at providing the movie with some comedic levity, which we all know Awkwafina can do really well at this point. But I especially liked how they developed her relationship with Shang-Chi. Like, she was just there as a best friend by his side the entire movie, and there's definitely a bit of a romance between them, but it's never shoved into the audience's faces. Like, she's not a character who felt like she was in the movie for the sole purpose of our lead having a love interest, which so many female characters in other movies feel like. And she also never becomes the classic damsel in distress that Shang-Chi needs to go and save. And I just really appreciated that. But let's move on to the real heavy hitters of the movie, and easily the biggest standouts for me. And it's gotta be the two legendary actors, Tony Leung as Wenwu, Shang-Chi's father, and Michelle Yeoh as Ying-nan, Shang-Chi's auntie. Both of these guys are such absolute legends in Hong Kong cinema, and their performances in this movie did nothing but add on that status of legends that they carry. Tony Leung gave such an incredible performance as Wenwu, and he's gotta be one of my favorite Marvel villains ever so far. Like, it doesn't even really feel right calling him a villain, which is praise to the fantastic writing and his performance. Without spoiling anything, he has such a tragic story, and his motivations throughout the movie, while he is technically the bad guy, you always understand why he feels the need to do what he's doing. And Michelle Yeoh, man, I just adore this lady in everything she's in. I recently sung her praises for her smaller role in my review for Gunpowder Milkshake, and I'll keep singing her praises as long as she makes movies. She is one of the few actresses who can be in a room portraying a character, and that character can simultaneously be the most kind-hearted and wise person in that room, yet also the most dangerous because she can still kick some serious ass. I would love to see her have a recurring role in the MCU, but who knows. One of the biggest praises for this movie has to be the stunt and choreography team. If there was one thing this movie needed to nail, it was the fight scenes. And not only were all the fight scenes very well choreographed, they were really well filmed and they had emotion in them, and you can just tell a lot of effort and passion went into the crafting of this movie. They treated all the fight scenes with the respect and attention they deserved. And I absolutely loved seeing those Hong Kong martial arts style of acting and filming bleed its way into the Marvel universe. And I hope moving forward they really hold on to that spark and bring that respect and passion to any future projects with Shang-Chi in it. Because those fights and the passion that goes into them, it really is what sets it apart from all the other Marvel movies. The CGI in this movie as well is unreal. It's amazing how CGI just keeps getting better every year. You think it can't get better, but it really does. Without spoilers, of course, the third act of this film, my god, I had the dumbest open-jawed grin on my mouth the entire time because I just could not believe what I was witnessing. It was so much fun, it was grand, and it was incredible. And of course, last but not least, I would love to praise the director, Destin Creden. It blows my mind how a director who has worked on relatively small projects could take on a blockbuster of such a grand scale with a massive budget and production size the likes that many directors rarely get to work on, and yet execute it all so seamlessly. You would never guess this director has never done a big budget movie before, but man did he do a great job. I would love to see his return for a sequel because I think this story and this world he's crafted is nothing short of incredible. So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I think this is my favorite standalone Marvel movie in quite a while. Might be my favorite character origin movie in the MCU so far, to be honest. Shang-Chi is also out on Disney Plus to stream for free if you have a subscription, so definitely check it out if you haven't. There's also a Disney Plus series called Assembled, where they get into the behind the scenes of all their productions. And their most recent episode is on the behind the scenes of Shang-Chi, and my god, it is fucking amazing. I watched it last night and I would highly recommend if you're even slightly interested in that kind of stuff, because people really do not realize the level of effort that goes into the productions, like the stunt training, the costume design, the architecture of the sets, and just everything. It's super cool, and yeah, I honestly would recommend checking it out. I think it'll really shock you. But anyways, thanks so much for watching this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like below and subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.